My shice girlfriend got me a present for my shice birthday. Is it gonna be any good? Let's find out. Lo and behold, it is my new science project from Harley Benton. At first I wasn't sure if I really needed yet another guitar, but I was mighty curious to see what €199 would buy you in the field of extended scale instruments. And my shice girlfriend thought it looked cool. She wasn't wrong there. And now it's mine, all mine. What a gal. At first glance, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it at all. In fact, it looks pretty damn good for something in this price category. But then you take a look at the strings, and that's where things get interesting. As I'm sure you're well aware, a bass 6 is supposed to be tuned E to E, one octave down from a regular guitar. It's listed as being strung with a set of 22 to 84 gauge strings. Now, I ain't got no calipers or nothing, but I'll be damned if that ain't a regular set of 10s, with a plain third string and everything. And they're just tuned real loose and floppy. Now, I ain't got no perfect pitch or nothing, but I'll be damned if that's a low E on a bass guitar. Now, I don't know what these folks in Indonesia were thinking, but this ain't nothing but a baritone guitar with a 30-inch scale length and a set of strings that are way too small. And to make matters even more interesting, you'll see that the nut slots are cut for skinny strings. Now, normally I'm a big fan of regular bridges like this for instruments of this kind because I don't think the D2-nomatic whammy bar should be the standard for bass 6 type instruments. However, when you look at these tiny little saddles, I don't think a 95 gauge string is gonna sit in there too well. But we did say we're gonna see how it plays straight out of the box, so let's get right down to the sound samples and a little jamming. Neck pickup only. Neck and middle pick up together. Middle pick up only. Middle plus bridge. Bridge only. Now these strings are so wobbly, if you hit with any kind of authority at all, it's going to go right out of tune. Now, I've never picked up a baritone guitar that's strung this bendy before, but it seems like the perfect thing to go full raga on. I'm sure that just made Ravi Shankar mighty proud. And it's got a nice kind of growly sound on the lowest notes. Okay, so it took my big brain a while to figure out what was going on, because when I got this out of the box, the strings were completely slack. So I tuned it up to the next note that was kind of sort of playable. And it turned out that was something like F sharp. Now, like I said before, I'm not sure exactly what kind of strings these are, but they might be 11s, maybe 12s with a plain G string, which is terrible. But they ain't no real baritone strings, and they sure as hell aren't bass 6 strings. So for you guys in the forum who were asking about what's the lowest you can go with the thinnest strings, well, it's kind of sort of playable, but not really, in F sharp with a set of regular guitar strings. Like I said, this was a science project, so I'm going to tune it up to A flat and see if it has more of the tension of a regular baritone guitar. Okay, so I tuned it up to A flat, and it is much, much better. The plain third string is still a problem, but tension is good enough that it's usable for most Shite Squad songs. So, I think what I'm going to do is abandon all hope of stringing it up like a bass 6 and just take this set of baritone lights, 13 to 62, and see how low I can go with them on a 30-inch scale length. Like I said, this is a science project, and it's been pretty interesting because I think what happened was they built it pretty damn well for $200, and the person who did the final step at the factory just didn't know what a bass 6 was. So they took a regular set of strings. Now, it's hard to say if this is really recommended because they got it really wrong in the sense that if I was gonna have this as my first bass six, I'd be pretty pissed. But I got two of them already from Eastwood, so I'm not bothered. I'm gonna treat this as a long scale Strat, really, because there aren't too many things in the baritone market. They come with a three pickup, five-way switch for the Fender Strat sounds, where you can get the quack, and I guess I would have to recommend it on the strength of the totally acceptable build quality. I hope this review was informational, and I would like to give a shout out to my friends at Baritone Obsessed on Facebook. Have a nice day.